Okay, so tell me about your new character.
My name is Eduardo Enriquez Montoya. De la Cruz, I come from Mastica. I'm here to play you my music and seduce the ladies. One by one, they will fall to my dulcet tones.
Steve, got it. You enter the city of Therensbrook, a rustic town out in the middle of nowhere. You can see the stark stone architecture rising up all around you. The people tend to look at the streets as they mill about around you, keeping to themselves. But there's quite a bit many more tourists than last time you passed through. Many more merchants hawking their wares, for you know that Therensbrook has recently experienced an upswell in its prosperity almost overnight. However, this has not been without a price, perhaps, as several people have gone missing lately, and whispers abound that the two may be connected. Right now you're at the inn in Therensbrook. A warm hearth crackles in the fireplace. Jaunty music comes from another bard in the corner, probably not as good as you, but we'll leave that for another time. The warm glow of the fire, the laughing and speaking of people eases your mind after you've been on the road for so long. What do you do?
I seduce the innkeeper.
Why?
For a room, of course.
I mean, the price is negligible, but okay.
Hello, my name is Esteban Enriquez de la Cruz Montoya.
So you approach the half-elf behind the bar, and she looks almost taken aback at your sudden brazenness and says, why, hello, Mr. Steve, is there something I can do for you?
Your beauty is unfathomable. I feel I need to speak to you in a very sensual way.
I can't say I've had that effect on many people, but I thank you.
I require a room.
Yes, well, rooms are 5 copper a night.
Are you sure?
I believe I would know the price in my own establishment, yes.
But I am seducing you.
What did you roll?
17.
She says, why, I'm certain I must have a room that would be up to your standards.
Perhaps you can meet me up there later.
Why, she begins blushing. I'm very busy, but perhaps.
Yes, I'm also looking for some information.
Ah, yes, information about the disappearances.
I wrote a seducer for the information.
She's just about to give you information.
17!
How do you seduce her for information, Esteban?
I play her music. I come from the land of Mastica. I come for you. I want your elven pussy. Oh yes, I do.
Well, she says, choking on the words a bit, I did hear the city guard making some sort of conversation earlier about some sort of break in the case. Perhaps they might know something. Although, I think they might have darker intentions. I've never quite trusted their commander. I wouldn't be surprised if she was in on it.
Commander, you say? She wouldn't happen to be a female?
Why, yes, she is. Why do you ask?
Oh my. Esteban likes. Esteban likes.
But I thought you were going to meet me in the room later.
Of course. Later, don't you worry.
The innkeeper points you to the captain of the guard. You can see her standing outside a walled-off district of the city where the more affluent denizens are known to live. She stands there with a very no-nonsense glare in her eye, as if she could stare down a dragon and win. Very broad-shouldered and muscular, her hair cropped close to her skull.
What a beautiful woman. I approach her, and I roll to seduce. 22.
Aha! You can't seduce her. She is a staunch lesbian. And she looks at you with an expectant glare, wondering what you want, citizen.
I bluff.
What are you bluffing?
I am a lesbian too. 29.
What?
I am also a lesbian.
She says, but you have a mustache. You clearly have a mustache.
The people of Mastika all have mustaches. I'm very sensitive about this. Did I mention I was a lesbian?
What did you get on that bluff check again?
29.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Okay. How do you convince her you're a lesbian?
With my voice. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Tonight we can get together and seize her forever. I touch you there, you touch me here. Then we have a good time all night long.
Roll another seduction check.
Oh my favorite thing to do. 24.
Fucking seriously. Okay. Well, there goes the first quest. What do you say to her now that she is thoroughly seduced?
I tell her she can give me a little bit of information about the disappearances. And later on, we shall do the dirty.
She says, well, I've never had someone quite as masculine and yet effete as you. I look forward to this.
Trust me, they make great handlebars.
I will make sure my strap-on is thoroughly polished for tonight.
Exhilarating. I cannot wait.
What information are you looking for, dear God, before this gets any worse?
Yes, I'm sorry. The disappearances. I hear there are some strange going about here. Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Well, she says, this is still classified information since we don't have any proof, but we see that the disappearances seem to be centered around a local brothel. Nothing that I've experienced personally. The staff are all pretty boys. A popular escape for rich men and women to entertain themselves with the staff. No judgment, but the price is far too much for most people. Anyway, we think more answers might lie there.
Well, it sounds like my type of crowd.
Now why don't you give us a kiss to tide us over till the end of the shift?
Yes. You just wait.
Character's weird. So, after seducing the captain of the guard, she points you in the direction of the brothel. You enter what appears to be a lavishly well-appointed hotel lobby, the staff of which stick out like a sore thumb. They are all pretty boys of various races, humans, elves, and some more exotic fare. Dressed in togas and crowned with laurel leaves. And as you enter the doorway, one of the staff stops you and says, I'm sorry, sir. We do appear to be at capacity for tonight. I'm afraid we have no room to offer you.
Excuse me, I am simply looking for a guest. I rolled perception to see if I can find one. 19.
Okay. So you're looking for somebody that clearly sticks out, doesn't look like the staff. You find a half-orc. You find a female half-orc lounging on a couch draped in pretty boys.
Oh my. I approach her and I attempt to seduce.
Of course you do. Well, of course you do. What would you roll? What'd you roll?
23.
Why not?
I begin my music. Your skin is as green as the swamplands. Your tusks are as sharp as the mountains. Your breath, it smells like onions. I want to plow your depths like a dungeon.
She huffs at you, clearly unimpressed. You do not interest me, little bard. I could entertain myself all night with any one of these dainty playthings.
Fine. I cast Unnatural Lust.
You cast Unnatural Lust. Well, okay. Making a will save. Nat 20. So not only does she resist your unnatural lust, she is attracted to a random item on your person, up to and including your guitar. What's the 7th item on your character sheet?
Ah, yes, my rod of oscillation.
No, Jesus Christ. No, do the one above it. The one above it.
Fine. Silken rope.
Okay, so, fuck it, why not? She snatches your 50 feet of silken rope off your belt and caresses it to her face like catnip. Now please leave us.
I cast Animate Rope.
You animate the rope.
Yes.
Okay, you animate the rope.
I have it slither around her and tickle her earlobes.
It does that!
How about me, you, and that rope go to your room?
Oh, Jesus Christ, you gotta be kidding me. After doing some more digging, you find out that one of the missing people is actually a staff member of this very brothel. And there are whispers that some sort of insidious cult might be behind the disappearances. However, you must tread carefully, for accusing anyone of the wealthy class will surely lead to a quick expulsion from the city, if not death.
I look for the proprietor of this business.
Okay. You ask some of the staff members, and after a little while, they take you to the back room where some of the business dealings are done, and behind a very, very opulent oak desk sits the madam of the establishment, draped in a fine silk robe. With the face of someone in her young 20s, she looks up at you and cocks an eyebrow.
Oh my. I attempt to seduce this woman.
Really?
22! Hello, my fair lady, I'm here to tickle your fancy, maybe? Yes.
She laughs heartily as a curtain of smoke envelops her, and you can see flashes of flame flickering between the puffs, and as it disappears, where once was a very well-dressed young lady is now a very scantily clad, bat-winged and horned succubus looking at you with an evil leer in her eyes. I'm afraid your charms won't work on me, little bard.
I roll a bluff.
Okay. What are you bluffing her?
Would you like to know the secret of seducing anyone?
Hey,
24.
20, jeez. She's interested. Tell me, what is the secret? Perhaps we might trade for it.
Dank memes.
What?
Look at me. I am the succubus now.
Okay, so in trade for your information, the succubus informs you that she does indeed know of the cultists behind the disappearance, for even though they are cultists, they are still subject to carnal desires. In fact, she knows that one of the patrons is a cultist. It is an elderly male gnome. Dear God, are you gonna try to seduce this one?
No.
Okay, thank God.
I cast Hold Person.
Oh my, okay. Yeah, that's a natural one. The male gnome sort of seizes up like a sausage and falls on his face.
I grab him and stuff him in my box.
Okay, and then what?
Well, I take him to Tongstina, the lovely orc.
You take him back to the half-orc. And as you take him out of your box, he says, "Do your worst, adventurer. There is no torture you can inflict upon me that the 9 hells could not inflict 10 times worse. I don't fear you." He spits on your shoes.
Oh, really? Oh, Tongstina! Have you ever tried begging?
What?
I roll diplomacy. 34.
Are you fucking serious? Oh my God.
Let me give you some mood music.
I'm not even gonna bother to roleplay that. The violated gnome spills the beans. All the missing people were just tests for sacrifice that's happening tonight, underneath this very brothel. As you leave the half-orc woman's room, you see that there are indeed no guests left in the brothel. Make a perception check.
18.
You find that one of the elaborate flower vases have been moved to the side, revealing a trapdoor. As you descend the trapdoor, you find yourself in a dark and dreary dungeon. Malign and evil chants echo from all around you as you look into the darkness and see nothing but an endless sea of cultists receding as far as your human eyes can make it into the shadows. To your right, looking up at you helplessly, penned in are the brothel's guests that you saw upstairs. You know you cannot fight this many cultists. You know you cannot seduce this many cultists. What do?
I roll a performance check to entrance the prisoners. 42.
On a d20.
Quickly, friends. Conga line to freedom.
Okay, yeah, well, you know what? Your guitar echoes throughout the dungeon, and all of the cultists turn and start chasing you.
Conga line faster!
Okay, you conga line out of the dungeon. Then what do?
I inform the guard of the malicious acts being performed by this cult, and then I return to Mastica, to my sweetheart of childhood, Maria Juana Valdez III.
Wait, what?
After spending a day in the city of sins and secrets, I yearn for a simpler time.
But this was just one chapter of the story. You haven't even figured out who was behind the cult. You don't even know why the people were being targeted. You haven't uncovered anything yet.
Look, dude, I need to go. My chick's waiting for me. Her parents are coming over, and we're gonna watch Magic Mike. Sorry.
I need to find better players.
Thank you for watching another one of our How Not To videos, How Not To Bard. If you like what we did, hit the like and subscribe button, or leave us a comment below. Some criticism would be pretty good as well. If you want to support us, please check out our Dungeon Masters fiction books located on Amazon Kindle. Also, if you'd like to see any of our social media, check out the description below. We got some weird pictures in there. Stay caffeinated.